In a jaw-dropping turn that has left Genoa City reeling, the long-standing war between Phyllis Summers and Victor Newman has reached its explosive finale. What began as a high-stakes corporate raid has devolved into a mutual self-destruction, as both schemers have been caught in a legal and ethical trap of their own making. The shocking twist, as detailed by Soap Dirt, reveals that their scorched earth battle did not produce a victor, only two severely damaged souls facing the dire consequences of their actions. The smoldering feud, a trap set too soon. The seeds for the double downfall were sown weeks ago when Phyllis, desperate to maintain control of the stolen Newman empire, turned her sights on a new pawn, Matt Clark. Believing she finally held the upper hand, Phyllis offered Matt to Victor in a bid to buy her freedom. She stashed Matt in a suite at the Genoa City Athletic Club, convinced he was the key to negotiating a truce that would let her walk away unscathed. However, Victor Newman had no intention of playing by Phyllis's rules. While Phyllis scrambled to keep Matt under her thumb, Victor quietly moved chess pieces across the board. He enlisted District Attorney Christine Williams to apply maximum legal pressure, using fabricated AI-generated emails to stack the evidence against his foe. The mustache's strategy was insidious in its simplicity. He did not need to directly attack Phyllis, he simply needed to let her spin out of control on her own. As the walls closed in, Phyllis took increasingly reckless gambles, including a pathetic and desperate attempt to seduce Matt to ensure his loyalty. This move did not secure her pawn, it only highlighted her growing instability. The house of cards collapses. The situation took a critical turn for the worse when the cracks in Phyllis's facade became too wide to ignore. Matt Clark, having already been poisoned against Phyllis by Patty Williams, began to question everything. He pushed back against Phyllis's emotional manipulation, demanding to know why she had tied him up and gagged him if she truly cared for his safety. Realizing she was losing control of her leverage, Phyllis descended into full panic mode. While she was hunting for Matt to salvage her deal, Victor was already one step ahead. He had shifted his focus from the logistical nightmare of finding Matt to the psychological destruction of his enemy. With a new weapon in his arsenal, Victor was finally ready to corner Phyllis once and for all. Yet, in his obsession with revenge, Victor ignored the pleas of his wife, Nikki, and the obvious danger to his son, Nick. Choosing his vendetta over the safety of his own family, Victor marched forward, believing total victory was imminent. The shocking twist. Both go down. Here is where the narrative takes its most thrilling detour. While Victor believed he held all the cards, a silent threat was waiting in the wings, one that would ensure no one walked away a winner. The double-edged sword of justice. The legal system, weaponized by Victor, became the very instrument of his own punishment. Phyllis, realizing she was out of options and facing a lengthy prison sentence for the corporate theft she did commit, decided to change tactics. Rather than plead guilty quietly, Phyllis decided to expose the rot at the heart of Victor's scheme. She began orchestrating a face-off designed to goad Victor into confessing to his own crimes, specifically the manufacturing of false evidence used to frame her. The karma of the AI. There was also the matter of the stolen AI program, the digital backbone of the entire corporate war. While Victor thought he had secured the program to destroy Jack Abbott, whispers in Genoa City suggested the code could be booby-trapped. More damagingly, a third party was watching. Kane Ashby, his finances obliterated by the actions of both Victor and Phyllis, decided to resurrect his wicked side. Holding a grudge against Victor for past kidnappings and against Phyllis for stealing his tech, Kane began plotting a revenge that would hit both targets at once. The aftermath. Wreckage in Genoa City. When the dust settled, the scoreboard was empty. For Phyllis, the price was absolute devastation. Not only did she face the collapse of her legal defense, but her life imploded on a personal level. Victor succeeded in getting his hands on Matt Clark and reclaiming his company, leaving Phyllis with nothing. However, Phyllis's decision to turn the tables meant that Victor's victory was Pyrrhic at best. By exposing his illegal methods, Phyllis ensured that Victor would face a legal reckoning of his own. The DA's office, now armed with testimony about the manufactured emails, began to scrutinize Victor's actions as closely as Phyllis's.